Hello, I'm going to introduce you to the game Dagodeus. This game is about putting gods on thrones and throwing down the tyrannical ruler Dagodeus, who is sitting at the top of the pyramid. And you will be trying to add your followers to the gods that you think have a chance to overthrow him. So it's a very fantasy-driven theme, but it's not a very complex game. It's actually quite family-friendly, maybe in the mid-range of complexity. So just to explain the different mechanics, I'm just zooming in, we have Dagodeus here on the top. When you beat him with one of the gods in your round, you will be winning the game. You can also win by having most gods attached to the different thrones, but let's ignore that for now. There are different cards you will get on your hand, and you will be playing those cards every round to make sure that you put your gods in the best position to win. And let's look at the different cards you have. So as you can see, each god has some cards lying below them. So they start with what we call neutral followers, and they look like this. This is a neutral follower, and it gives one power, as you can see with the icon at the bottom, to that god. And every god, as you can see here, they have an icon to the top left that says it's a god. Then it has a suit. That's the skull to the right because he's the Lord of Shadows. And then it has a max power of 5. So that means that you can put 5 followers under this god as a maximum. It will give him a power of 5. And then he also has a when defeated um, special ability. So when he dies, the player that's active in that round gets to steal 2 random non-follower cards from a single opponent's hand. So they're very different, each of them. That's just an example. And every player will have their own followers. So you will have 8 follower cards like this. They look exactly like the neutral ones, but they're different colors. And those are the ones that you as a player will be playing with. The only difference is that when these followers are discarded or get killed in different ways, they will be moved out of the game. If it happens to these followers, they will go back into that player's pool of followers. You also have 3 cards in your hand. I'll just pick some different ones to show you. This is a prayer. So prayers are discarded when they're used. And in this case, it allows you to take a follower from your deck and put it under a guard. And then you add some cubes to a bag. And I'll show you that later. It also has a suit. This is from the fire suit. Then oh, there's this one. It's called. It's also a prayer. That's a prayer of renewal. Do different things that can add deck cards to the market. And then you have this one, which is an asset. Assets have a diamond in the left corner. This one is from the Gears suit, and these are added underneath the gods you are adding them to. In this case, you can put it under a challenger and move that god to challenge a different throne. So, and these also add 1 power to the god. So you would have these in your hand, and the other guys won't know what you got. And then there would be a market. So the market is down here. There's 5 cards in the market. In this case, a lot of Gears cards and a couple of blue deep cards belonging to the blue god here. And every turn you have a choice. So you can either take 2 followers to your hand, like this, or you can take 1 market card if you rather want that. And then you can play any number of cards that you want. There's no energy here that you have to spend. It's simply about playing your cards. You have 3 cards in your hand and have to discard down to 3 if at the end of the round. If you're there, if you use all your cards, you get a card for free. Otherwise, you either take a card from the deck. At the start of your round, you take a market card, or you take 2 followers. That's the simple rule. Let's say we take 2 followers in this situation and need to figure out what to do. So I have some different options here. I can start by building up under this challenger. The challengers are the ones that are below the thrones, and they want to get onto the thrones. You cannot add cards to the gods on the thrones unless it specifically says so on the cards. In this case, I took some followers. So that's what my start of the round, and now I need to do something to boost the this Queen of Fire that might be able to take a throne and move some of my followers up the chain. I could then start by adding my 2 followers under her. That makes sense. That would give us an opportunity to make her stronger. Now she has a power of 2 because she has 2 followers. Good. I could also maybe play this card, which is Prayer of Devotion. So that one takes a follower on the deck and put it under a fire god. All right, so that's one of these. Right now she has 3 power, and she goes like this. It also says add 2 white cubes to the bag of the fire gods. All right, so every throne has a bag, and in that bag there are 7 white and 7 black cubes. We're using them when we need to battle. So in this case, I played this card so I can add some white cubes to the red bag. 1 and 2. And this is where this game gets unique, because these battles, they take place when you want to challenge a god on a throne. And let's say I want to do that. I have 3 power. He has 4. Let's see if we can make it. I will then pull bags out of the cubes out of the bag as much as I have power. So in this case, I have 3. So I will pull 3 cubes. I got 2 white and a black. As a challenger, you're looking for white cubes. So in this case, I got 2 points. That's my my power to attack with. Let's see what the defender gets. So he will get 1, 2, 3, 4 because he has a power of 4. He has 4 cards underneath, and he has 2 blacks. So I have, and he's looking for blacks because he's a defender. So I have 2 whites. He has 2 blacks. So it's a draw and nothing happens. If I had more whites, I would push him off the throne, kill him. I will activate the effect on his card, and then I would take over the throne, and my followers will suddenly be in a new position. I can then start battling the next ones, and then maybe at some point battle Dagodeus and make sure that that I win the game. So that's how the game plays. You will take turns doing this, manipulate the board. There's plenty of different options. If I played this card, I would be moving her to challenge another god. I might want to move her here so I can challenge this god because he's weaker. It could be that I want to do other things. And I think that that's the joy of this game. It changes a lot from every game to another because the deck is different, and you can use the cards in very different ways. It's also a modular and expandable game. So in this case, I picked these 5 gods to play with. Dagodeus is always there, but the shadow, the deep, the fire, the earth, and the gears. I also have 2 expansions up here, where you can see there's the throne of prosperity and the throne of chaos, and they bring a very different dynamic to the whole game, and will make sure that you're challenged in different ways. And obviously, then you add the cards that are underneath here to the deck and remove the cards from the cards you're taking out, and then set it up like just before. That is Dagodeus. Thank you.